wants to chance bad luck, right?
それなんだよね。そう、辛いのがそこ分かる気がする。
ちょっとやだなっていう気持ち。
やばいよね。やばいと思う。やばい。That means it's bringing super good luck. So.
Oh, super good luck. Okay. Welcome to the Lost in Japanglish channel, delivered to you in a bilingual format in English and Japanese.
ロスジャパチャンネルへようこそ。日本語と英語のバイリンガル形式でお送りしています。
I'm Chieko.
そしてやっこです。
And today we're talking about superstitions that we just can't ignore.
そうです。どうしても気になってしまう迷信の話をしていきたいと思います。
So we're definitely hitting our superstitions that we can't ignore are going to fall into Japanese superstitions and American superstitions. So Yakko, my question for you is, of the American superstitions, are there any that you still can't ignore to this day?
はい、あります。もういきなりだけど、クリスマスの時期にチキンを食べるって習慣はうちあんのね、まだ。で、はい、ウィッシュボーンなんか一生懸命探してる、毎回。まず。I want the wishbone
in the
first.
chicken. Okay.
Yeah. まあ、ターキーは、ちょっと、なかなか手に入らない、日本では。っていうのもあるんで、we sometimes get turkey, but oftentimes it's chicken. But still, I find myself looking for the wishbone. で、これ、ね、知らない人も多いから、日本では。だから本当になんか勝手にやってますって感じだし、弟とかがね、はい、いると、お互いにこう、二人でこうピッてやったりするしっていうのは、もう無視できません。はい。
Okay. So traditionally here in the United States, on Thanksgiving, when we carve the turkey, we'll do the wishbone thing. We don't typically do that with chicken. But I love that you're like digging in there looking for the wishbone.
そうなの。なんかね、いつもそれが楽しみみたいな。
I love it.
そう。
Good for you.
なんかね、どうしてもね、こう気になっちゃうとか、こう楽しみにするっていうのっていっぱいあると思うんだけど、ちーちゃんはどう？
So I'm a big believer of the Maneki Nickel. I have one. I actually have another one that's 幸せやってこいこいっていう Maneki Nickel. It's like a set in my room, but there's one at John's business, and if a friend is opening a business, like I'm like, ooh, Maneki Nickel, here's a gift for you.
いいね、それ。トレードマークになりそうだよね。
Bring good fortune, like bring fortune, right? So prosperity. So I love the Maneki Nickel, and it's something that I always have.
しかもすごいいい音してるよね。このカランカランっていう音が。There's a little bell,
yeah.
なんかそれも、その音もすごく大事な気がする。
なんかお金の音。
そうそう、お金みたいな。カチャーみたいな、なんだっけなんか、あるよね。
チュチン。チュチン。
それ、その音。
That is the money onomatopoeia.
Yes. And I think we generally think about money, but I love that you say, 幸せ恋恋。だからそれもいいよね。素敵だなと。思いますね。
So are there 日本の迷信Yakko that you can't ignore?
まあ日本人としてはならではであるのがお茶を飲むとき。
はい。
So when we drink green tea, we use the leaves, right? And we have this pot that has a strainer and we pour it into the cup. その時に the leaves come out sometimes, and if you find a stemを見つけると、if you find one that is floating vertically, it's considered super lucky. And and nowadays, it's hard to find it because if you go to like a kaitenzushi, we'll have the powder green tea. So there's no way you'll find the stem. And the tea bags, it's getting harder and harder to find these natural stems floating vertically in your green tea. So I find myself trying to look for it.
I want to look in my tea.
今飲んでるの
今、玄米茶飲んでます。
いいね。そう。ぜひ、it's pretty fun because most of the times I think they're floating horizontally.
こう浮かぶよね。
そうそう。
So I'm realizing like my mug is black, so it's hard to see. So I need to have a white mug to drink my tea out of, so I can see if the stem is floating.
それは大事。
But that means it's bringing good luck.
That means it's bringing super good luck. So.
Oh, super good luck. Okay. 一生懸命見てみるよね。
一生懸命探してください。はい。
Well, that's funny. So I have one. There's actually two that I kind of put together. One is the ladder and the other is the umbrella. So in the United States, it is considered unlucky to walk under a ladder. Like if it's leaning up against like a wall like this, it's unlucky to walk under it. It's also considered unlucky to open an umbrella inside the house or indoors. And those two superstitions, I don't know why I put them together, but they kind of fall into the same bucket where I don't believe them to be true. But どうしても like, I'm like, I don't like to open umbrellas inside. And I don't like to go under the ladder. So you're kind of like, oh, I'm going to walk around, or like, oh, I'm going to open this outside. Or どうしても you kind of adapt your behavior because it's bad luck, and like who wants to chance bad luck, right?
それなんだよね。そう、辛いのが、そこわかる気がする。知識としては知ってる。As long as you know it in your mind, but your heart doesn't say you believe it, but when it's bad luck, it's ちょっとね、気になっちゃう。でもそれ知らなかった、ヤコ。はしごと、傘を中で広げるは日本人しょっちゅうやってるから乾かすために。
I know, right? Yeah. Because like here we have like more covered areas, or I don't know, it's like I don't tend to need to open umbrellas here, but I remember in Japan, 雨降りでこう中に入って and then you want to open it, but then I'm like, ちょっとやだなっていう気持ち。
よね。やばいと思う、やばい。もう今後できなくなっちゃうよ、本当に。車社会とそうじゃないっていうのも大きいかもしれないね。傘を使うやつは。We use umbrellas. で、you see a lot of the umbrellas open in the office because everybody comes commuting by train, so they use an umbrella when it's raining, and they open it in the office, and you'll see a whole bunch of them in the office. So it's like a race to find the space to open the umbrella ぐらい広がっててでももうバッドラックだと気になってできないし、その感じってすごいわかるよね。I have one too that is Japanese, that it's considered bad luck when you なんていうのこう cut your nails during the night time.
Yes.
So it's very complicated, but so usually あるso I work in the daytime, like a 9 to 5 work, right? And so when I come home, it's already dark. And that's mostly when I want to cut my nails, but it's considered nighttime. So I don't believe it, but なんかね、こうやると、あ、今夜だからやめとこう、みたいな。
どうしてもなる。
どうしても、あみたいな感じになって、やめてしまうところがある。
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Because when are you supposed to trim your nails then? Right? So like it has to be on the weekend. Oh, it's the weekend. I gotta cut my nails.
そうだね。一つはウィーケンドだね。だから、I don't know how many times people cut their nails, but ウィーケンドぐらいだったらちょうどいいのかなと思うし、and one thing you'll see a lot of people in the office cutting their nails. So, こうやってやっぱパチパチパチパチやってる時に、なんか違うパチパチの音が聞こえ、なんかカチッカチッって聞こえてきて、で、気がつくとあそこでこう爪を切ってるみたいな人が結構いる。
Because it seems also rude to do that. Because like grooming in public is kind of gross.
そうなのよ。だから、てかすっごい暇そうに見えるじゃん、それ。
仕事してないでしょ。そう。Oh, the conundrum that comes with not being able to cut your nails at night. 大変だね。
だから結構ね、だけどどうしても気になっちゃって、I find myself stopping. ね。
There's one that if you spill salt, here it's considered bad luck. And so if so if you spill salt, what you want to do is you want to take some salt and you throw it over your left shoulder and it cancels out the bad luck, right? Like it's like, so どうしても it's like I always do that if I spill the salt. Again, even though you don't believe it, if it's like, oh, you're gonna have bad luck, why chance it?
いや、そうだよ。サルトだけこぼしたとき、それとも他の
It's just salt.
もの、Okay. I'll remember that because
Yeah.
よく
Throw
や
it
っ
over
て
your
る
left
気が
shoulder.
する。だよね。
Mhm.
あ、こう、レフトなんだね。
Yeah.
必ずね。もう了解です。And that's very, very interesting for us Japanese because we 塩を盛るっていうのをやったりするんだよね。とか、if you come back from a funeral, we always have this なんかちっちゃい salt みたいのがあって、we would use that salt and we would 自分にかける。We would sprinkle it on ourselves before we go into the house. そういうので we think about salt.
Salt is used in a lot of religion for religious purposes. Yeah. So that you see, I don't know, I've seen that across a lot of places where salt is being used for that. But this is specifically, I would call it a superstition versus a religious practice. Of if you spill the salt, it's going to bring you bad luck, so you want to throw it over your left shoulder.
了解。いや、それもね、気になってはいた。religious なことに関係ないんだったらもう誰でもいいよね。
Yeah.
次塩こぼした時はちょっとこうパラッとやってみます。知らなかったね。
So I have one, 日本の one that I can't ignore. I think this is a little bit like feng shui, but it's the where your head is when you sleep. And in Japan, you don't want to be sleeping with your head to the north, right? And so one of the things about especially traditional Japanese tatami no heya is like you can turn your futon whichever direction you want to.
Yes.
But here, it's where are you putting your bed in the bedroom? And sometimes the bedroom dictates which direction your bed needs to go. So if it's facing the wrong way, I'm like, oh, yeah, that.
いや、それめっちゃわかる。だって、I think it occurs when you're traveling too. For me, if I'm traveling outside of Japan, it's usually beds じゃないホテル行くと。and it 決まっちゃってて、and like, 気になっちゃうけど、どうしよう、調べようかなみたいな、which is north みたいな調べて、if it's facing north, it's like, oh, should I 反対に寝ようかな。気になっちゃうね。
Yes. I don't know if I've ever really thought about it to that level of detail when I'm traveling, but in my home, I get concerned.
模様替えしてる時だね。結構気になるね。確かにね。こうベッドじゃあこっちに置こう。北かなどっちかなみたいな感じで考えるっていうのも確かにあるだろうし。もう一つやっこもね、アメリカので気にしちゃうのはlike the number things.
Oh, yes.
それはね、the number 13は、アメリカでは bad luck だよね、一応。
Yes. So sometimes you'll see there are no 13th floors. Sometimes there won't be the 13th door. A lot of times the 13th whatever won't exist because it's considered unlucky.
I guess in Japan, 4 and 9 are considered in a similar way. They're unlucky numbers. Upon that, I also 気になっちゃう 13. So
right.
Like
so
so
now you
many
have a
numbers.
bunch of numbers. I know I have the same problem. It's like if you were to go across all the cultures, it's like somewhere every number is probably a considered
Every number is それがちょっと全体的に unlucky だよね。Like,
I know for me, やっぱり the number 4 kind of bothers me a little bit. Like I'm like, ooh, I don't want 4. And I don't want 13.
そう、両方になっちゃうじゃん。But then you also have the advantage of having many lucky numbers, right? So
I guess so. What are lucky numbers in Nihon?
One unique number I think in Japan is 8.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't hear a lot in other cultures or countries. The kanji for 8 is shaped like the silhouette of a mountain, and it's Mount Fuji. And so it's considered good luck. It's also considered to rake in a lot of fortune, みたいな. It's a very lucky number. So
okay. Yeah, that's good because you get 8 and like 7 is a lucky number here, right? I always so there's this song, 3 is the magic number, so I think 3 is lucky. And of course,
そうだよね。
yeah, 1 I think is a lucky number in the sense of it's like a fresh beginning just from numerology, right? We do got lots of lucky numbers.
そう、1とか3とか7は日本でも I think it is considered on the lucky side. So that I think is mutual だね。バックグラウンドが違ったとしても。だから you have many lucky numbers and I also think in Japan we do play on numbers なのか to play on words なのかな。その like for instance November this month November 22nd is 1122, right?
はい。
And so for one we say e and fu which means nice couple. So we usually celebrate, go out to dinner or do something nice on
I love that.
November
22nd.
And, yes. And so こういうのは it's like you can make it for every single day, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
So I like this part of the playfulness in Japan かな。これはね、結構取り入れるようにしてる。Whether I believe it or not, that's another. それはちょっと別の話だけど。
It's nice to have things that just help you celebrate life, right? If you are in a ii-fufu situation and you want to celebrate that and there's like a special day for that, why not, right?
そう、why not ですよ、本当に。
Yeah. I'm gonna have to put that on my calendar and because that's new to me. I didn't know about that one.
Oh, really? Okay. Everyone, please celebrate. ii-fufu day.
Yes. And I know that there's more, but we do need to jump to our pop quiz for today's episode.
はい。では、クイズコーナーに移りましょう。
Okay, Yako-chan, today I have a quiz for you. It is Murphy's Law. What do we mean when we say Murphy's Law?
なんかね、音に記憶はある。それ絶対聞いたことはあるけど、もう全然わかんない。マーフィーっていう人の law だから法律でしょ？
はい。
literal meaning は。
Yes.
だけど、and I know I've heard it before, but I don't know. いきなり give up です。
So Murphy's Law is not an actual law of physics or science or anything. It's just a thing that we say. And it means when something could go bad, it will go bad. And so we'll blame Murphy's Law for things that go bad. Usually kind of in humor. So for example, when I was in Japan, the very final day we had to get John to the airport. And of course, it's that day that the train was out of service because of a power outage and we couldn't get back. And I was super stressed about getting to the airport in time. Of course, Murphy's Law. During the most stressful time, of course, that's when it's going to, like, there's going to be a problem.
なるほどね。それって、こう自分を落ち着かせるためにとか、自分のせいじゃなくてもうしょうがないよねっていう感じで使うってこと？
Kind of. I think a lot of times it holds a little bit more of a sarcastic energy to it. But yes, it is often used as just a thing to lighten the situation.
それ必要。それ大事だよね。その大変な時。一個大変なこと来て、また大変。もうどんどん同じ時期に起きちゃうってこともやってらんないよっていう感じなのかな。
Yes. Okay. It's very much like that feeling.
なるほどね。全然、I don't think I would have been able to get that correct. とても助かりました。嬉しいです。ありがとうございました。それでは、日本語の方に移りたいと思います。
はい。
家の中で朝、雲を見たら、スパイラルの雲の方ね、見たら、何をしちゃいけないでしょ
う？何を？ You can't smush it.
ピンポンピンポン
Really?
そう。Spiders in the morning in Japan are considered good luck. And
Oh.
so don't kill it, don't smush it.
うん。
離してあげてください。let it go. And
はい。
夜はいいんだと思う。確か。だ
It's
けど
fine
朝、
to
朝
commit
は
spider murder at night.
そう。I've heard before that
うん。
because spiders are, they make their
う
spider
ん。
webs で一生懸命働いてるじゃない、
う
朝。
ん。
で、こう朝、スパイダーウェブがかかってたりするっていうのを、まあ、働き者で
う
頑張って
ん。
る朝の雲は good luck だったり
Oh,
するよう
okay.
に考えられていると思います。I don't know if this is true though.
I love that though, because I think there needs to be more positive associations with spiders. I think they have such a negative
あ
image and
の
negative connotation, and people are scared of them, and they're often associated with like evil things. And I think they're beautiful creatures of our earth, so it's nice to have a positive association too.
Yeah, but one thing, I don't know, if they're deadly, I think this does not apply. だから
Yeah, don't let it roam around your house if it's a
いや
deadly
いやいやい
spider.
や。そう。
うん。
そこ
それ
だけは
は、
ね、ちょっと気をつけていただきながら
Yes.
ということで。
Oh my goodness. Well,
Good job.
if you have a superstition that you just can't ignore, let us know in the comments. Join our conversation. Hopefully, you learned some superstitions that we have in Japan and the United States, as we've shared some of our superstitions that we can't ignore. If you like this episode, please like it, please subscribe, please share it with your friends to help us promote our channel. We'd appreciate it very much.
はい、そうですね。結構気になっちゃうものいっぱいあって、ラッキーなものはね、どんどんウェルカムなんだけど、
はい。
アンラッキーは増えていってちょっと頭が痛いですが、あの、皆さんも、もし、これあるよとか、これ気になっちゃうっていうのがあったらシェアしていただけると嬉しいです。コメント欄とかに入れていただけると嬉しいなと思います。で、もし、ロスジャパチャンネル気に入ってくださったら、いいねをしていただいたり、チャンネル登録の方をよろしくお願いします。それでは、今日もご視聴ありがとうございました。また次回会いましょう。バイバーイ。
バイバイ。